Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Pay the Way Chris, and I'm back with another video. And today, the Denver Nuggets might be the best team in the West. Let's talk about it. First of all, let's touch base a little bit more because I already talked about it in the shorts, but since this is a longer video on YouTube, let's talk more about this Cam Johnson for Michael Porter Jr. trade. I feel like it was a good trade. I'm not gonna say for both. For both teams because Brooklyn's not in a winning position right now, so they really can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? You trade an 18-point per game scorer for an 18-point per game scorer, and Cam Johnson was kind of like preventing them from, really tanking. To be honest, bro, he's a good player. He's a good player. And I know some people might say, oh, it's dumb on the Nuggets because Michael Porter Jr.'s performance in the playoffs from previous years, he shouldn't be, held to fault this last season due to his playoff performance. But, I knew there was something up with Michael Porter Jr. Obviously the shoulder injury, but if you're on the court, you're healthy. That's something I always preach. Obviously, if you're off the court and can't play, just like Curry, you clearly weren't healthy enough to play. But in Michael Porter Jr.'s case, yeah, he was on the court. And it's accountability on him because these numbers are terrible. He had one good game. You know what I'm saying? And you can't have one good game and just go missing the rest of the time. You had one 21-point game in 42 minutes, and that was game 2. And I'm pretty sure they lost game 2. Yeah, because they won game 1 with the Aaron Gordon. Oh, wait, no. This was game 3. They actually won that game. But looking at his stats, game 1, 2 points. Game 2, 8. Game 3, 21. Game 4, 3. Game 5, 2. Game 6, 10, and then game 7, 6. You know what I'm saying? And this is not even a one-year occurrence thing. This is not I already know what people were thinking. This is not a one-year occurrence thing because guess what? This guy did the same thing last year in the Timberwolves series. But once again, it gets overlooked because guess what? He has a good series versus the Lakers. And it's just like, oh my God, he can't be stopped. No, he just plays good versus the Lakers. Against the Timberwolves. Okay, yeah, in 40 minutes, 20 points. That's a good game. But then you come down to have 9. Then you have another good game with 21. And let's look at the rest of his last 4 games. 4, 6, and 8, and 7. Terrible. I feel like that was a great trade for the Nuggets. Get someone fresh in there that could replace his role. You know what I'm saying? It's not even that deep. Just get someone fresh in the lineup that could replace him. I like these other pickups too. Cam Johnson, great pickup, good replacement for Michael Porter Jr., the possession interior Porter Jr., you know what I'm saying? They picked up Bruce Brown, you know what I'm saying, a great defensive piece. If it's not clear by now, you do need defense to win championships. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be an offensive superstar team unless it's 3, unless you have what the Nets had. And even then, KD and Kyrie were playing somewhat level of defense. Harden, he could play defense when he wanted to, but we're in an era now, or not, we were always in an era. You needed somewhat of defense to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Brown, great pickup. Tim Hardaway Jr., I'm not going to lie. Percentage-wise, him shooting, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say it was the greatest pickup, but he was starting. That is the perspective I got to look at it as. He was starting. Could he be a great bench player? We just got to see. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to overlook the Pistons, or my fault, the Knicks series. You know what I'm saying? He was not shooting, good at all in that series. And then on top of that, you had the Mavericks the previous year. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that. But he could be good coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Jonas Valanciunas, too, for free. Once again, a good bench pickup, too. Just these are players on the bench. So the starting lineup for the Nuggets will basically be looking like you see on the screen if it's still up. But Jamal Murray, Christian, I'm not even going to say his last name, but whatever. Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic. That's a good starting lineup. And then on the bench, you actually have good support. It's actually a good supporting bench. So in the Nuggets case, right now, and they went think about it. And they went game 7 with the NBA champions. They went game 7 with the NBA champions with no head coach. And they just took off literally almost a cancer from their team. I don't think people realize how much Michael Porter Jr. hindered this team in that series because he wasn't helping. He was just He was just out there. You know what I'm saying? When you have two back-to-back games where you're shooting 1 for 7 from the field, 0 for 3 from three, like you can't tell me that's helping. And then on top of that, in a game 7, you shoot 0 for 4 from three. And then on top of that, right, Jamal Murray's playing through a sick game in game 6. And then on top of that, too, Aaron Gordon was injured game 7. He's just going out there because, come on, who's not gonna play a game 7? But it's still accountability on him. If you're not healthy, you should not be on the court. But still, like, terrible. Terrible. But as of right now, the Nuggets been making the best free agent moves. We're just gonna have to see how this plays out. All this plays out. But right now, their rotation's looking very, very good. You know what I'm saying? To maybe upset the NBA champions. Now, is that to take away from OKC? No, but this could be a team that could possibly beat them. Like I said, with the NBA, one of my biggest things is matchups. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter how the best team don't always win every single year or even make it to the finals every year. If you could just match up well versus your opponents, you know what I'm saying? You could easily make a good run. You could easily make a good run in the playoffs. So, and the Nuggets, in their case, yeah, they could upset the NBA champions and maybe see a finals next year. But that's just my opinion on it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's your boy Pave the Way, Chris, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.